Well, hey there, YouTube. Matt M. Roy back again. I'm actually back to you today with a pickups video. I know I haven't done one of these in a while, at least not a computer's pickups video. But I had a few clients of mine that were getting rid of some old computer equipment. And of course, knowing that I work on computers, they first thought of me. And I said, sure, I'll take the stuff off your hands. So without further ado, let me show you what I picked up. First is this very old HP. Let's see if I can get a model on that. It's an HP Pavilion L50, so it's a 15-inch monitor. The numbering is kind of faded over the years. This is definitely on the older side. I don't even know if I can find a date on here. 2001. I don't know if the camera will actually pick that up or not, but right there it says 2001, so I don't have too many hopes for this. She said that it worked, but with the monitor being that old, I'm pretty sure the bulb is pretty tired in there, so we'll see. Might be able to make something out of it. Next, I got this 17-inch Gateway HD display. These were notorious for having bad capacitors. When I worked at Best Buy years ago, I used to get these returned all the time within the first year. But I have tested this one, and it does function. I don't know for how long, but, you know, I'm thinking I might just use this as a test bench monitor. You can see that, let's see if it gives a date on here. See, right there it says it was made in February of 2007. And it does actually have a DVI and a VGA connector, so this would be definitely good for testing video cards. I think that's what I might just do with that. I might just save that one and test video cards with it. Next, I got with actually the e-machines right here, which I'll discuss in a minute, is this Hitachi Desk Star 160 gigabyte hard drive from October of 2008. I don't know if it works. The hard drive that was in that machine now is a 500 gigabyte hard drive. He said this is the original one that came with it, so I have to give that a try sometime. Next, I picked up this, let's say, this Dell laptop, a very old Dell laptop. This one is a Dell Inspiron 5100 series. The daughter of the lady that gave this to me actually pulled off all the keys, but that's okay. I actually might be able to restore this laptop. I have another Inspiron 5000 series with the same keyboard, and that keyboard is actually good. So if I find out that this is good, I'll go ahead and take the keyboard out of that one, which has a bad motherboard, and make one good laptop out of it. Other than that, it's just a little dirty. It's got little scrapes and dings on it. On the side here is where the battery is. I'm sure the battery is totally dead by now. Got an Ethernet port and a vent, some kind of vent there. Yep, that's where the fan is. So fan sucks cool air in here and then blows it out here. Must be where the CPU is on this particular model. You can see back here is the heat sink and another vent. Yes, this has one of those weird I don't know what they call these. These are those Dell tri-power adapters. They actually have 3 prongs in there. And I do have the adapter. It's sitting over behind me. We have a, let's see, this is an S-Video out, not a keyboard. This is not a PS2 port. 2 USB 2.0 ports. VGA port. A FireWire port. It's kind of interesting to find on one of these computers. This must have been a higher end model. Usually the plate here is blank. Ethernet port there. Got a PC card, probably version 2.0, with what looks to be a very, very damaged Linksys wireless card. Oh my gosh, somebody's bent this thing all to heck. Could still work, you never know. This is a wireless G 2.4 gigahertz with the speed booster, so probably goes up to, I think these went up to 150 megabits per second if I'm not mistaken. And then finally we have your headphone microphone port, and it looks like a combo drive. Yep, CD burner, DVD-ROM drive. And that might be the subject of another video in the future, but for now, that one's going to go into storage until I have some more time. Next, I got this eMachines. This is by no means anything special. It was running Windows Vista Basic, has an AMD Athlon 64 single-core processor, and has NVIDIA graphics. This computer is going to mainly be for parts. I've already done some diagnostics on it and found that the motherboard is incompatible with the CPU. Somebody tried to upgrade this CPU to a quad-core, and it's just not compatible with it. And because I don't have a dual-core AMD Athlon 64, or I think this can also take an AMD Athlon 64 X2. The X2 dual core and the X2, I don't know if there was an X2 quad core, I don't remember, but anyway, it's totally incompatible with the Phenom processor that somebody tried to put in here, so this is probably going to be for parts. I don't even think I'm going to actively try to find a CPU for this because these were very, very cheap low-end systems from back, you know, around 2008, and they had a lot of motherboard problems and cooling issues. Matter of fact, I had this running for maybe 2 minutes, and it will turn on. It will find the CPU, but it won't verify the DMI memory, the pool memory. I had this running for about 5 minutes, and this thing got super hot. So this thing was never going to be able to have a quad core in it anyway. So definitely a parts machine, but it's got some good parts in it. It's got 4 gigs of DDR2 memory. It has a dual-layer DVD burner and a 500 gigabyte hard drive under there, so definitely get some good parts out of it. I also picked up this Dell monitor. It's a 19-inch, nothing super special. It does work, and it works well, but just about like every other Dell monitor I've ever gotten. And I don't know if I'll just show you the pattern real quick. Still a little dirty. You can see that it does function, and I use this monitor to test this computer. I can show you guys what it does real quick. See, it's actually got a Phenom 9700 processor in it. And that's about as far as it goes. It'll verify the DMI. It'll try to verify the DMI pool data, but it'll just sit there as long as you let it. So, again, this is going to go mostly for parts. Next is a computer that I have some high hopes for. This is one of those HP compact business class systems. I don't even know exactly what's in it. I have worked on this computer in the past, and I know that it was in good shape back then. That was probably 2 years ago. So I'm thinking I'm going to try to actually build this into something I can use at home. This will probably go as a media center PC, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I'll have to add another video card. But one thing I really like about these computers, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 USB ports on the back and then 2 on the front. So got plenty of USB ports for the different peripherals I'll plug in. Ethernet, got audio in and out, just basic audio because again this is a business class system. Legacy parallel printer port, legacy serial port. VGA video right there, probably Intel graphics. I don't remember. This may actually have a Radeon card built in, but I'm pretty sure it's just regular Intel graphics. And yes, this has the good old PS2 ports, which no computer, in my opinion, should be without, because there are so many good keyboards that are PS2. And yes, I know you can get an adapter, but I'd rather just the computer came with the ports. It just makes it a heck of a lot easier in the long run. And last but not least, I have some peripherals here. This is just a Dell external floppy drive. I think probably came with that laptop originally. I actually have one just like this, and I do use them on occasion when I'm transferring files from my Dell XPS 8700 to my vintage Dell XPS D233, which I don't actually have out right now. Good floppy drives. I'll have to test this one, see if it works. It looks like it's hardly ever been used. I mean, there's not a scratch on this thing. Next, I got 2 mice, just 1 HP mouse, 1 Dell mouse. One is USB. I think the other's PS2. Yep. Nothing super special there, just 2 optical mice. This is the power adapter for that Dell laptop, and the way I know that is it has that really strange power connector. I never understood why Dell did this. This was at a time when proprietary ports were pretty much reigning supreme, and Dell definitely jumped on the bandwagon with this. I mean, I don't remember seeing any third-party power supplies that could even remotely compete with this. So if you needed a power supply for a laptop back then, you were pretty much stuck paying Dell $100 for a new one. And then, of course, I just got two. Fortunately, I can't really use them too much because none of the new computers now come with PS2 ports. And I never bother buying the adapters. They're really unreliable. I bought a few of them on eBay back in the day, and whenever I sold a computer with one of those, I just had major issues. Customers complaining that the keyboard wouldn't work. I'd have to tell them to reseat the PS2 cable, reseat the USB portion of it, and they just never worked right. So that's going to be it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this pickups video. Please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.